Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Scaling Deep podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Princik, and this podcast focuses on positioning, marketing, and selling strategies for membership business owners, as well as all the other topics membership. And I just did a bit of a content brainstorm today, and I'm excited that I'm going to be sharing a whole bunch of new topics coming up in the next little while to really keep expanding the conversation. So I have been recording pretty irregularly over the last few months. I was away a lot this summer. It was fantastic just to be actually away and not feel like I had to work. And part of that was due to my working behind the scenes to fix my sales system. And it was interesting to look back today on my podcast episode in June when I said my major launch mistakes and what I'm doing differently. Now I'm actually getting back to you 3.5 months later with what I've done. Here's the backstory. I was working on actively growing my membership this year, and I had a bunch of workshops. So I was doing like a monthly workshop, bringing in people in various ways to that, as well as I decided to level it up and do a boot camp. And of course, everyone's doing challenges. I called it a boot camp, similar thing. And I thought, wow, I am so excited about this content. I'm so sure it's what people will need and it will blow their minds that I was completely shocked when the sales did not go very well at all. And I then kind of started to clue into something that has been a huge missing link and a little bit of a stubborn factor in me, which has been challenging because I'm sensitive and I'm very, I'm a critical thinker and I have lots to say about sales and marketing and the kind of tactics that people use in the world of advertising and marketing to get people to buy. So I was very resistant to using a lot of different sales tactics that actually kind of work. And so it took me a while to get my head around that. But part of that was deciding to take a intensive program over the summer and to help me build my evergreen enrollment system and sales funnel, which has been completed, and I launched it to my list last week. And it is called How to Grow a Wildly Successful Membership That Provides Financial Freedom and Fulfillment Without Burning Out from Big Launches and Over Delivery, which is a really awesome training that I created to help people really see the potential of themselves with a membership, and those who already have memberships, how to see the potential of what is possible beyond where they are right now. And I worked on that really hard over the summer. It was hard for me because I was putting together this training that wasn't full of content. It wasn't all full of all the how-tos that I was giving away before that I actually have inside my awesome training, inside my Profitable Membership Club, that I kind of thought I had to do. And it was actually really easy for me to do because it's really easy to create trainings. It's really easy to teach people how to do things. I've been doing it for years. I've helped people to create amazing business models, to get their pricing figured out, to feel really confident with their offers and their positioning and their messaging, and then go out there and do a better job of connecting to prospects and converting to happy customers. And so teaching people all those foundations of how to figure that out for their own brand is super easy for me. So of course I gave all this stuff away previously in the boot camp, and I rested on that, and I'd been resting on that for years instead of really actually going through what it takes to create the environment where people want to buy, which isn't learning a lot of stuff and saying, hey, thanks, I'm going to go and implement it now. I don't need you, or I don't need this right now. It's actually all about luring people into seeing the possibility of what they can create, getting really excited about it, and seeing you as somebody who has a unique perspective and opinions, which are, a little bit, they have to stand out to some extent. So not every webinar or training is created equal. If you're just teaching people things that they already know, then and you're not really standing out by saying, yeah, but here's how I do it and it's different, and here's why I think doing it this way is better, then you're never giving people kind of the, giving yourself the edge on like why you and why, this is going to be different for you, because I do things a little bit differently. And so adding that level, and then also adding other pieces that got people really excited to do it now and see the possibility, which I don't really love watching when I see other people's stuff, like, all the techniques about anchoring the price points and, doing all these things that I've always considered, it feels kind of salesy to me. But at the same time, if we can't provide that feeling of possibility and transformation within our sales strategy, within that part of the funnel where they're learning about us and really considering something, then we're not going to get them to even consider. Unless they've already pre-decided that they're going to buy from you and they want this outcome and they're not concerned about price and they just want whatever it is, you're going to have to really get them excited and share with them what's possible more than you're going to teach them the hows. So that was something that I was like, okay, I get it. Because after this boot camp in May, I was like, I'll do it. And by the end of it, I was like, I love this training video that I created. Like, I love it. It inspires me. It feels great saying it and teaching it. And even when I watch it again, and I've had a lot of people say like, that was a fantastic webinar. And, it really is strong, and that's what it takes. And the result of all this is that I, put a whole bunch of people through this last week. I stuck everyone in it, whether they were asking for it or not, because I really wanted everyone to see this is what I have, this is what I offer. And I wanted them to be like, hey, I'm either excited to be on your list and learning about this, whether or not I buy, or yes, I need this now and I will buy, or oh my gosh, I have zero interest in this, I'm going to get off your list. And that was totally fine with me. And that's really like, what's the point of someone being on my list if they have zero interest in this? Because they can get off my list and come back in a year and go, oh yeah, I'm really excited about my membership now, and get back on. I mean, sure, but I mean, they don't need to be inundated by anything on memberships for the next little while if they're not interested. So that decision was really clear to me. And I have to say, I got a bunch of sales, and I didn't only just get a bunch of sales. I have fantastic people who have come into my Profitable Membership Club, like people who are really doing well in their business. And I also realized that when you give people the quick and dirty, like, here's a 1-hour training on how I see things, what is possible for you, where you can get to if you add these missing links or work on these things, you will get somewhere, and in a bite-sized format, not like taking like hours worth of notes and then implementing themselves later. You get the people who are like, I just need to know this is right for me, know that this person can teach me what I want. And then they're like, I'm going to sign up, because they're doing really well in their business, or they're really ambitious, or they're really committed. And those are the kind of people who you want to have in your programs, right? So that was super exciting. Like, first I was excited. I was like, wow, people are buying. And I like pretty cold. Like, I was just like, watch this training and all that. And then they were also like radical people, like highly successful. And some of them have successful memberships already, but are a little bit stuck. And others are planning it and have other forms of revenue that are really doing really well in their business, and now they want the membership. So I just have to say, it totally works. We need to really consider that people need to be prepared to buy if they are interested, and we need to prepare them to buy, and that is our job. So if we're not doing that, and if we're just hoping that they're connecting the dots to their emotions, to their desires, to their choices, to their priorities, or even pay attention in the first place, then we're completely missing it, because they aren't going to make those links. We need to link for them. We're also, don't forget, we are used to being sold to. Like advertising is not about just online business. We have been advertised to for decades, and TV commercials and all kinds of ways that have been done like more traditionally in the past. So we know that we need to create a feeling of excitement and possibility and inspiration. And we already know that because that's how we like to buy. I like supporting brands that I love their values and I like their personality, or their down to earthness, or they're like, I really want to serve people, like people who say to me, oh, I just want to earn tons of money. Like, I don't actually get excited about those brands. I get excited about people who are like, I want to do this really cool thing for people, and I want to make this kind of impact, and I want to have a lot of fun doing my work. Like, I know who I like supporting, and that's what we have to convey. So we have to convey that through storytelling, through sharing more about us and our journey and our reasons why. Like, we need to explain all that, and that's what a really effective sales funnel does. So I wanted to give you that update because I've spent, months working on it, months talking about it, and I just have to say it really works. And I also have to say that I did this evergreen and it wasn't live. So basically, yes, it took me a while to create all this. I did a fantastic job on this training, and and all the emails that go with it, and all the deadlines and all that, but it's evergreen. It's not live. So you can do it and it not be live, because I think what happens with live is that live often makes up for the in excitement and people talking and sharing and asking questions together, what we might be lacking in thinking through proper sales psychology. And then one more thing I want to say about that is that, look, if you know what you're selling is like amazing and better than the competition and not ridiculously overpriced that you can't even justify it or whatever, then you should be persuasive in your selling, because you want people to get the value with and know that like the price, like I said, the revenues that some of my new members are making, this is nothing for them in terms of price point. And I felt so ethical in I'm pretty damn sure that you will make up your investment in this in a very short period of time if you were to do follow any of the things that we're going to work on together in the next 6 months. Because I did ask for a 6-month commitment up front. That's what I sold, because that's what the value I'm offering right away. Like, I am giving, a full course, lots of coaching and group calls and lots of activity and personalized support in the Slack channel. And it's like, you could get all your money's worth in a month. So I'm like, I'm not going to charge, I'm going to make sure people are there for a while. And if they want to upfront load and get most of their value up front and then kind of hang out a little bit more in the background later, or vice versa, that gives them time to really jump in, get as much as they need out of it. And so actually I'm going to do an episode on that in the future, all about is it okay to charge or to enroll people in longer than just by month. But I'll save that for now. But I'm just saying, it is really, really important to feel confident about what you're selling, and then use the proper strategies and psychology in your sales in order to really get people feeling safe about their investment and feeling like they're in the right place. And, I can tell you from the support, the responses, the activities, and the sharing already going on inside my group in the first, not even 7 days, 5 days since the new people have come in, there is not a single person who isn't already diving in and getting value. So if you know that you have that, you do not have to worry about getting people to the sale, knowing that it's a total win-win. And if you're not putting yourself and your program out across in a strongest way possible, then they're not going to see it, because we're trying to convey what it's like to work towards their dreams and to work with you and in your community or group or program towards their dreams via a sales funnel, which is hard to do. And that's why we have to use some of those important techniques to get them seeing what's possible and believing in it. And this is why I'm teaching this inside the Profitable Membership Club. And I'm really committed to, beyond getting the foundations of like, what is this membership doing for your business and how much do you need to make and what should you charge based on what the volume is you can think you can get in there, or that really is ideal for the way you want to deliver value and all those major foundations. This is why I'm teaching the sales part, starting with funnel development. So what's really exciting and coming up is I will be doing a workshop for the Profitable Membership Club members in a couple weeks on funnel development. So how to create effective funnels and how to like piece together all the parts of helping your prospects see what you've got and why it could be right for them. As well as about a month later, I'm going to be doing one on like actually making sure that you're including the important elements that I talked about today of sales inside your sales system, to make sure that you aren't like selling yourself short by not including these important and effective pieces. So those are coming up, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to open them up to the public to sort of just buy those as one-off. If you want to join them, there'll be live workshops and, free for my members. And but a paid opportunity if you are interested in hopping in. So the best thing you can do to hear about those is just be on my list. I highly encourage you to go through my training and just learn what I have to say on memberships and these really important elements of like how to manage your content and run your membership on way less than 20 hours a week. Why Evergreen is the best way to go for members, and also talking about why like memberships are do better than high ticket programs and how they can be positioned so profitably that you are running a very lean operation and still benefiting from recurring revenue and consistent growth. So that's all in that training. You can get it at scalingdeep.com/freebie. Let me know what you think. And then if you're on that list, you'll also get invited to the workshops that are coming up. So thanks for being here with me today. Keep in touch with me. Let me know what you're enjoying and what you'd like to hear more of. I'm just going to be doing this more and more. So have an awesome week, and we'll see you real soon. Bye for now.